ballot, regardless of your position, who is found to be complicit in destructive mining activities.
Conference on restoring the culture of urban small-scale mining in Ghana. Please be seated.
Okay, please, can we all get a seat? Can you all get a seat?
We welcome the father of the house, the Rt.Alban Speaker of the Republic. Please put your hands together for him. So, Professor Patrick Agnes, Chief Director of Mr. Emmanuel Enima, Minerals Commission. Thank you, sir. Victoria Awuni, Deputy CEO, Minerals Commission. Thank you, Madam. And the Minerals Development Council.
Yes, sir. Thank you. One of the things I pick up, which is very worrying and I need explanation, is when Mr. Osiakwan was presenting, one of the issues is 845 cases and only 35 have been tried. Who is leading the prosecution? And what are the challenges? Out of 845, only 35 cases have been tried. What is the cause of that?
Thank you. Introduce yourself.
I am Sanya Nanja, MP for Atebu.
Atebu.
Yes, I'm Anti.
Thank you. So we'll take about 4 or 5. It can be a contribution. It can... Honorable Pius.
Yes. As part of the stakeholders that are invited, I wanted to see the security campus, because when you go to the regions, they are the main bosses there, and none of these people can isolate him or herself from this canker that we are battling this morning. A very bold step by our Honorable Minister. But Minister, before you can succeed, you succeed very well. The security campus in the country have a very big stake in this fight. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Pius.
And all of you present. Mine is a contribution and a suggestion. We must, as a nation, probably blame ourselves, or as leaders, blame ourselves for what is happening. We pulled back, and we've gotten to this situation that we find ourselves, where practically everybody is doing what he wants. And I'm suggesting that what the government can do is to think of the concept of smart money. Smart money involves the provision of technology and digitalization.
All the valuable contributions and your suggestions. Some of them are so important that they require follow-ups, and so taking note of all of them will follow up to listen to the Ministry of Fisheries. And I think it's important that we engage you as we go forward together. We will do so. And so I want to thank all members for valuable contributions. I think some of these responses will require that some of you will get direct phone calls for further discussions, and we will do that. And I want to thank you. Our Speaker, let me say that we are very grateful for your support and agreement to come and do our closing remark at a very short notice. And let me disclose that the Speaker was informed very late, and his reaction was that, well, normally I wouldn't come on the program on such a short notice, but this topic is dear to my heart. Because of that, I will come. Let's laugh for the Speaker. Our Speaker, the presentation that was made, the key highlights were that we are really in a crisis point. Our forest reserves out of 288, 44 is really on the siege. 9 was described as areas we can enter that we need to reclaim. The damage there, the reclamation effort will cost us in the millions of Ghana cedis. The water bodies was described as also the crisis point. They described the habitability levels, which is supposed to be 0 to 500, now from 5,000 to 12,000, where, quite frankly, it's very difficult to be treated by the Ghana Water Company. The Ghana Cocoa Board has also given us additional information on the damage and impact on our cocoa farms. Talk about almost 30,000 hectares of cocoa farms that are completely at risk, and the danger we face in the future because of the illegal mining. So the key discussion is that how do we go forward? We made a point that there has to be a better way of mining, and mining is very, very important, has really implications for our economy, and we have over 3 million Ghanaians participating in this activity. So the discussion must move away from illegal mining and finding the better ways to mine, but also a better way to regulate the sector by involving our people at the very district levels and the local levels and make them feel part of this whole process. This has been a discussion. When you came, we are very grateful, and we are all ready to welcome you to give the closing remark. Please join me in welcoming. Please kindly permit me to thank Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Professor Rt.Alban, for coming not only to grace this occasion, but also to open this orientation brief. I thank all my colleague deputy speakers and the leadership of the House. I know a few of them might not be here. We are extremely also grateful to the heads of agencies present, and I welcome all the ladies and gentlemen who, in spite of not being qualified to be here, have found themselves here, including those who lost the elections. I thank you all for your active participation and insightful contributions. Today has been an opportunity for us all as artisanal and small-scale mining in Ghana. I will not use the word illegal or Galamsey, because they are just illegal because we made it so. We allow the commercial mining to be legal. We also allow some small-scale mining to be legal, but others will say they are illegal because we legislated them to be illegal. I believe from the presentation, particularly the current images we have seen, would have made an indelible mark in our minds. I've been part of this process for some time now and had one opportunity to hold a discussion with the leadership of smoking mining at Kumasi. I've also seen on social media distressing images, and as a former minister for water resources, works and housing, I confronted some of the situations that were just narrated by some of the participants, and we were actually defeated because we could not match the strength and anger of those who were involved in it. There I realized that it was not just a few individuals that were involved, but it was the whole society that had given approval and in fact actively involved in what was happening on the ground. But we can no longer afford to turn a blind eye to the devastation that this type of mining has brought upon our lands, our forests, and our water bodies, and in fact, our food crops. As members of Parliament, we hold a sacred duty to ensure that the resources in our constituencies are managed responsibly and sustainably for the benefit of present and future generations. But it's important for all of us to note that the foundation of all human rights is that of the right to life. It's so sacred that the first law of nature is self-survival. And we all have it in our local dialects that you cannot be carrying food and die of hunger. That is the reality we are faced with. And we should take that on board in whatever solution we are trying to find to this crisis. And we all know that anytime you have a challenge, it's also an opportunity. And when you have crisis, you have prizes and you have prizes. And so together we can turn this around to our advantage. So the artisanal and small-scale mining, when we are able to get it done responsibly, has the potential to uplift our communities, create sustainable jobs, and contribute significantly to our national economy. Other governments have failed. They have failed because they did not get the proper prescription. this government cannot afford to fail. It will lead to hopelessness. The people have given us a huge trust, and they are very hopeful that together with them we'll find a solution to this serious national challenge. Honorable members, the fight against this culture of artisanal and small-scale mining is not the responsibility of the sector minister and his public service alone, or that of the government. It is a collective responsibility that requires the commitment of all of us. I have small-scale mining in my area. In fact, my former constituency abounds with a lot of gold. We encourage foreign investors to take over the concessions, money, and take away our precious gold, and that one is lawful, it's not illegal. But when our own people struggle to create jobs for themselves, struggle to survive in spite of the dangers that they know they are facing, you call that illegal and you go to shoot them on sight. Please, this is a mark of a serious indictment on leadership. This is a collective effort, and the solution is not far. And I want to commend the minister for this initiative because it's the way forward. Sooner than later, we'll find a national solution to this problem. And it will be a win-win situation. I want to assure you, Honorable Minister, that we in Parliament stand with you in this fight. And we will provide the necessary legislative backing and oversight to ensure that your efforts and that of the government yield the desired results. Some years ago, I had a discussion with consultants from Australia on this type of mining. It's not only in Ghana, it's global. How have the others managed it? And we cannot. And so there are answers to these questions, and they are not easy to find. When you use force, you know action and reaction. The small signs are there. We only produce fire. And the military will say fire quenches fire. But the advice of the Stone Age is different. They said, let me be unequivocal in stating that Parliament will not tolerate any member of Parliament, regardless of your position, who is found to be complicit in destructive mining activities. Concerning a member of Parliament, and the member will tell you that I have initiated investigation into that petition. And the member himself has appeared before me on that. We are not going to countenance accountability and integrity to the nation while turning a blind eye to misconduct within our ranks. And some of you, the misbehavior that has happened in my absence, I've taken full note of them. And what will happen will happen.
Action man, father.
Let us be champions of responsible mining in our constituencies. Let us educate our communities, support sustainable practices, and work collaboratively to eradicate the menace of environmentally destructive mining. The task ahead of us, as the senior prefect has stated, is daunting, but I'm very confident. With great results, we can create a proper culture of sustainability and environmentally friendly mining in Ghana. We can only do this when leadership shows the way. It's better to invest in the mining sector than to invest in what we are doing these days. Very useless, expensive spending. But let me end by thanking all of you for your participation and commitment, and let us go forward and be the change we wish to see. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland and make us stronger and better. Thank you so much. Please kindly permit me to thank Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Professor Jenana Oku Akina, for coming not only to grace this occasion, but also to open this orientation brief. I thank all my colleagues, deputy speakers, and the leadership of the House.
If you're a first time, I put your hands together for Dada as I receive Honorable Kofibua, the Minister, to set the scene for the Speaker's comments. Please put your hands together for